I ask for eyes that see, ears that hear, and a heart full of understanding. I thank you for the messages that come through and ask that you deliver them to those that need them. Thank you. Okay, so today's reading is about transformation. Maybe call it your next glow up, whatever you want to do there. I have 3 piles for us. Our first pile is, they're all clear quartz. First pile is a pyramid. Second pile is a pillar, tower, whatever you want to call it. And the third pile is a heart. I like this one because it reminds me of trees for some reason going up, like it's a forest scene. So take time if you need to, pause if you need to, and I will see you at your pile. Okay, pile 1 with your pyramid. Let's see the messages about your transformation, your next transformation are. We're going to go back this way. All right. The bride offers herself. A peach so ripe, self-love, revolution, friction, and Ganesha with clearing away obstacles, protection, and guidance. Okay. Oh, if you are into numbers, we have 43, 39, 25, and 31. So, first thing I am being reminded of right here is this friction card. It's so colorful, and friction, sometimes we see it as like a negative thing. It has a negative connotation for us, but it doesn't have to. In the world of fiber arts, friction can be a good thing. Can be a bad thing, but it can also be a good thing. If you want to make felt, you need to have friction with the wool. Otherwise, it doesn't form felt. So felt would be a much stronger version of wool versus, let's say you knit a piece of fabric and it's a beautiful knit. If you don't put friction on it, it is less strong. It is more stretchy. It is less strong than if you cause a lot of friction and make it into a thick felt fabric. So here I feel that it is reminding you that what you have gone through is for your benefit. It's too, sometimes it's so hard to say that because there are really bad things that happen, right? And none of us want that. But your response to that can be one of strength. You can learn from it. Even though none of us want the bad things, we can learn from it. We can grow from it. I do need to read up on this card. I rarely use this deck, so I need to grab that real quick. Okay. So reading up on this card, it speaks of that moment right before the fruit is too ripe. before it falls to the ground and like becomes mush. It is a reminder that nothing goes to waste in nature. So like the peach will drop, it might feed some animals that are, you know, maybe rodents or birds. The nutrients in it will seep into the soil and help feed the tree. So nothing is a waste. So perhaps you are seeing something this friction time maybe as a waste. But nothing is. Nothing is a waste. This card is the bride offers herself. It is a vulnerability. It is a, how do I say this? To me, it has a lot to do with self-love. It is being strong in yourself. Strong enough to know that you can be vulnerable with others because you've got yourself. You can take care of yourself and give yourself the nurturing that you need if it's not returned, right? And this bride offers herself card is this, there's a strength in it. Ah, okay, I see. You know, so often I have to just start talking and then it comes. I was wondering, because I'm like, all I'm seeing is cards that represent transformation. But I'm like, what is the transformation? So I do have this strong feeling now that you have not been this confident, strong version of yourself that can take care of yourself, can be vulnerable because you've got yourself. It doesn't matter how someone else responds or reacts. I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but no matter what their reaction is, you're okay because you've been through a lot. You're strong. Strength is being vulnerable. Strength is showing that you can offer yourself up. You've got the self-love. So this is the transformation that's happening, is I think you've been in this, I guess we're going this way. You've been in this is clearing away obstacles and this friction, right? There's been stuff going on in your life that is helping you to come towards this place. And some kind of revolution happens, some kind of flipping, turning of the page. Something happens for you that shows you, I'm okay. I'm okay. I've got me. I can self-soothe. There's a real maturity in this, for sure. I think, you know, when I look back at situations that I've had myself, it's like you just have to go through enough until you learn the lesson, right? And you're coming to that point. You're coming to that point where you can be vulnerable. You haven't been able to be, but you can be vulnerable now because you've got yourself. This isn't a loneliness thing, guys. This has nothing to do with whether you have tons of people around you or no one around you, whether you have lots of connection or not. This has to do with you being strong in yourself, knowing that you can handle being vulnerable with anyone because you can lean on yourself, your own strength. People need this regardless of how many friends or relationships or whatever. Yeah, okay. I was I was unsure about this card because there's several meanings in it, but I really feel that it is you're seeing there needs to be a perspective change. You're seeing the past as a waste, as there's okay, there's a lot of different situations, general reading, right? But you're looking at whatever the circumstance was or is as all this time has gone by. Where's the result, right? Where's the good coming from this? And you're not seeing that all this time out back here was a fantastic amount of work for you. Was a good thing. You've done your work. You've gone through your situations, and it's developed this character in you. It's helped you. It's helped you have understanding towards whatever it is that your circumstance is. So really, your transformation is very internal, very, oh, you're just, you know how the bride is like, we have this viewpoint of like the bride is the most beautiful thing on her wedding day, and she's confident because this is the ideal, right? She's confident because she's dressed up so pretty and she feels amazing and she's good in her choices, and there's just this high up standard, I guess is what I'm getting. Sorry, I'm receiving. When I pause, guys, it's usually because I'm receiving something and I'm asking questions internally. So, so for you, you guys get quiet and I'm sitting here busy in my head. This I'm feeling this like there's something about settling, and this person doesn't settle. This person is not settling. You've got the self-love. You've got your self-worth. There's just so much strength to this. And I feel like you've been feeling there's two different, and maybe you're doing both, but there's this other set here that's like, I have not been feeling strong. I feel weak. I feel lost. And then there's this other side where it's like, you are strong, but you're just, grr, why has all this been going on? And I don't get it. And it's frustrating. But both these feelings come to this revolution, which is interesting. This is like in the middle, come to this revolution point. Where something it just clicks suddenly. It dawns on you and it just clicks. And it's life-changing. It shifts things for you. Okay, I need to ask for specifics now. Is there anything you want to offer up for pile one, please? Any specifics? Okay, this is a very deep question. For those of you that want to go there. Can you find joy in the friction? That is difficult. That is very difficult. So for those of you that are not just about to come out of this, you might have a little more of it. Can you find joy in the friction? Or even looking back, can you find peace? Can you find acceptance, reason, understanding? What lesson can you get out of this when you look back at it? or as you are currently going through it? What is the benefit to you? How has it benefited you? Sometimes we don't see the benefit at all because we're really truly stuck in this like the turmoil of it, right? And it's difficult to see. But we can, maybe it needs to be coming out of it. Maybe you need to be away from it for a little bit to be able to see it. But it's like the refiner's fire, right? The fire is a purification process, like with metals and smelting and all that. And you remove the junk in the metals that comes up to the top, and everything else that's down below is the pure stuff. So this is similar to that. All the crap that you're going through will end up benefiting you. You will learn from it. There will be something that clicks for you along the way and helps. Okay. Encouraging meditation, encouraging like a time of quiet, maybe with like some soft music in the background, whatever works for you that way. The peaceful moments, you know, it doesn't even have to be like an hour-long thing or whatever. Just a moment. Give yourself a moment. Go breathe the air outside for just a minute. Take a deep breath and give yourself that, right? Like it's a shift in your energy body. It changes how things are flowing through your body. I want to say your meridians, you know, all the chi, the energy that's going around your body and all that. It's helpful. Anything else? Anything else for pile 1? Okay, I'm getting specific word, and this felt very strong but loving. And because it's so strong feeling, you might take it a little bit negatively, but it is coming in a loving manner. You've not been cheated. You've got some feeling, this pile has some feeling that they've been cheated in life somehow. Something, you think you're supposed to have something, or the examples of life around you are not what you're experiencing. There's just this, there's this solid, you've not been cheated. You've not. You're going through your story, your process. I think we need to stop comparing ourselves. Like, I do this too, guys. I mean, everybody does this at some point, right? We need to stop comparing ourselves to other people, to other people's lives. We all have our own story. So perhaps that is the revolution that will happen for you. You know, it says revolution, but I keep thinking revelation. So like the realization that's going to flip this for you, right? And it's one thing to talk about it mentally, to intellectually discuss this. It's another to truly have it in your heart and in your being. So that's the key. That's where your transformation is going to be coming, is to realize that you just have your story, your life. It doesn't need to be like anyone else's. Yep. Okay, that feels clear, guys. Oh, sorry. I guess not. One more thing, a little late to the game here. Keep your heart open. They're telling you to keep your heart open. Don't close the heart. So, you know, that's not everybody, but for those of you that resonate with that, keep your heart open. Okay, so much love to you guys. I truly hope that this was a benefit, and I hope that regularly you feel seen and loved and heard and understood. And I will see you guys next time. Okay, pile 2 with your pillar, tower. Let's see what your cards have to say. We've got remembrance, resurfacing of past feelings and emotions. Eruption of light. Soul vessel. Wow. Your pinky finger turns into a bird. Okay. These cards are so interesting. I don't know. Yeah. Repetition and discernment. Okay. So I very, very seldomly use this deck, so I'm gonna have to go. I mean, they're different, right? It's different. Anyway, numbers, we have 21, 11, 28, and 15, if you're into numbers. So I'm gonna go read up on this one. I'll come right back to you guys. Okay. This is a really powerful. We'll see what comes out. It feels it's simplistic yet powerful at the moment. But oftentimes I don't know, like, the later as I speak, things will come out. I'll talk about this card first, but I kind of feel like this is almost like a side bit to the rest of it. Your pinky finger turns into a bird. So basically it's encouraging to, they say, like, we use our hands a bunch. Our hands are basically magic. Like, we use them so much we don't even realize what we're doing. But we don't tend to use our pinkies much, right? Like that's not, I don't point, like, they're the weakest, I guess, of everything. But what they're suggesting is find something different. What's different that you could get into? What's a new way of looking at something, or a new hobby? Putting to use something that you don't usually use. So that's what this card is about. What I'm really getting, though, I think the greater message, and maybe this will come in later, but the greater message that I'm receiving so far is this. It feels like you've come away from who you used to be, and they want you to remember who you are. Some of us have roles that we're supposed to play here on Earth, right? And it's going to happen whether we like it or not. We all have lessons to learn no matter what, but some of us, you may not even understand that you have this purpose, but this pile is so powerful with your energy, your speech. Your speech is energy. Your words are used powerfully. Whether you pay attention to that or not, whether you use it in a good way or not, your words can cut, right? That can be a more negative side, or they can be extremely healing. Now, this is, of course, true for many, many people, but for you guys, this is a focus. This is almost a gift. Like, it affects people whether you understand it or not. So it's not, I'm not calling you like, you're not like some high up leader that's like with your words getting people to be motivated by stuff. It's not about that kind of a role. It's about your soul. It's about the fact that you can be a person living on the streets and someone walks by and you smile and you say, have a good day. Your energy through your words affects that person. That's what's being said here. So I do feel like, okay, all right, that's connected now. I do feel like you've kind of gotten away from, this was something that was more in your childhood because you had more freedom, right? And then as we grow, it gets kind of like beat out of us because that's life. Parenting, friendships, we find out, oh, certain things aren't acceptable or whatever it is. And you're not as concentrated on this anymore, but they're calling you to remember this about yourself, to remember how powerful your energy is, your voice is. It's just, look at this card. Look at this freaking card. It's just, you resonate and it just out to everybody. This did also mention finding freedom within a new path, a new creative like hobby or something. And this says repetition and discernment here. And I felt earlier, what I felt here was that practice makes perfect, right? So something, somehow, maybe you sing. Maybe you're not a singer, but you need to start practicing. What's another way? Poetry. You could write poetry and speak it out. Prayer, even just praying, just meditating and offering love to your community through prayer, like just envisioning your bubble of amazing love light, whatever you want to call it, right? And imagining it spreading out. But as you do so, speak it out as well. Because this is truly your voice. There's so much about your voice here, which is interesting because none of these actually say anything about your voice. I don't know why this is a thing, guys, whatever. So, oh, sorry, I was just connecting to this now. Is this the solar plexus or is that further down? Anyway, or no, this is the heart chakra. Okay. What? It's all, okay, it's all connected. What I was getting is that your passion, your heart, your love is like this powerhouse of energy. And you are able to somehow, in a different way you haven't thought of before, bring that out. And it is going to take some work. It's not just a immediate free-flowing whatever, right? So it is going to take some work, but it will offer you more freedom. It'll give you what you're looking for. It'll give you what your soul is looking for. And your soul wants to serve, provide, connect in the way that it was designed to, which for this group is very much about energetically affecting others. I will just use this as an example because it's kind of easy. So this YouTube channel, right? Like what I'm doing right now, my voice is getting out there. That's an option. Now, this is work. I have to do all these different things. I set up, I get the cards out, I have to record, I got to do the editing. There is work. But it was a very new thing for me. I never ever thought I would do a YouTube channel. Like, no, it didn't seem like me, right? But I love doing this. I love doing this. And I feel more myself when I do this. So there you go. There's an example for you. Okay. I feel a little bit, that was interesting. Okay. I felt a little like caffeinated, like, ooh, and then it just kind of all calmed down and went away. And I'm wondering if that's a part of something for you guys. Like maybe you run out of energy quickly. Like you can go push and then bleh, you're out, right? Like no energy. It could also just be how I'm feeling today. Nope. Okay, I heard no. I heard this is you guys. So to give encouragement towards that, as you pay attention to your energy levels throughout the day. We're all a bit different. So some of us have this constant feed of energy that we're able to give to other people, and we don't even realize that like we're doing it, right? It's not it could be what's depleting us sometimes. But some of us feel our energy being taken. So we all have our different experiences. But pay attention. Start looking at what can be done about that. What do you need to sustain yourself? Do you need to eat more frequently? Do you need to rest more frequently? Are you drinking enough water? Like, I know those are simple, like physical things, but that does affect us. I just have this. You have no idea how powerful you are. And I myself actually have a hard time saying this because for me, there's this like, and I'm talking about this, guys, because I feel like you might identify or relate. It's like I'm supposed to be meek. I'm supposed to be humble. I'm not supposed to be this big powerful thing, right? Like there's something in me that says, no. I don't know exactly why, but there's a resistance to that. And I feel like that's kind of similar to you guys. Like you don't know how powerful you are. You don't see it. You really don't know. And I don't know what this like them telling you this means. Is it, let me ask for clarity, guys. Okay, there is nothing wrong with understanding your power. It doesn't make you egotistical. It doesn't make you pompous or prideful or any of the things that you think are the opposite of being humble. You are grounded. I'm now seeing this as a tree. These are roots. Like, you are fully grounded. Even though you have this thing about being humble and meek and all that, you can be both soft and powerful at the same time. Powerful doesn't mean like huge crashing winds that break through everything, right? Yes, that's powerful, but powerful can be in a different way. Oftentimes it is the soft whispers, the delicate touches when we think life is going to be harsh, right? That are so meaningful and powerful for us. So knowing your power is not a bad thing. You're not going to just immediately go out and be like, I'm all powerful. That's not, that's not what this pile is about. That's not who we are, right? You are grounded. You are grounded. And no matter what, you are affecting people. This is coming out. I don't know if you have control over this, to be honest. I mean, you might be able to repetition, discernment, you might be able to learn how to control it. That might be an option for you. Maybe this is why this card is coming in, to start focusing on ways to divert your energy, retain your energy, give your energy to certain people. I don't know, guys, there's a wide wide open, many paths you could take on that. But maybe that gives you some ideas, right? Start trying something different. Yeah, okay. Is there anything else? Okay, so I just saw the wild horses here, and it reminded me of freedom, which again, this card is representing. There's this change in doing something different that offers freedom. And these wild horses are offering freedom as well. It's this like free spirit, right? Like you're not trapped in this contrived past. There's something in your past that it just smelled like smoke, like fire. I don't mean this smoke. I'm like a fire. Anyway, you're not stuck in, okay, I want to say certain things, but I don't want it to be taken in a weird way. Beliefs. I don't mean like, it can be religion, but it doesn't have to be. Beliefs are just, it's anything that we believe. It's anything. So sometimes, we realize that we no longer believe what we used to, or we come to a different understanding, and so things change. And so there's something in your past that is almost like holding you back a little bit. And this, like, it's a, okay, here's my example, sorry, to give you guys an example. I had a really hard time coming out. Like, still, half my family doesn't know that I do this channel. I have a really hard time doing this because my past says that this is bad. This is witchcraft and it's bad. I don't believe that, but because my past says that, I had a really hard time letting people know. So owning up to this, to who I truly am, has been so freeing. I now, it's like, you know what? They got over it. The people I did tell, whatever, they got over it. That's not how it's going to be for everyone, I know, but there's an example for you. So yeah, it's a huge transformation, guys. This is massive. It's so powerful. You've forgotten how powerful you are, how you affect others no matter what. Your voice is a huge thing. It's very healing. Something different, something magical, something strange maybe, but trying a new path, a new way is going to bring this freedom. And it is going to be work. Don't be afraid of work. That's okay. It's because this is going to be good. It's not a bad work. It's not like, oh, I'm frustrated all the time. I'm tired all the time. No, it's it's happy work. So, yep. Anything else, guys? No, that's it. Okay. I really hope this was a benefit to you. I really, truly, I hope on the regular that you feel loved and seen and understood. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay. Pile 3 with your heart. Let's see about your transformation. We're going to go this direction. The temple. Green one's next. Specialization. Interesting. Alliance. Enchanted forest. It says mystery, magic, and excitement. Soul travel. Interesting. And, oh, this way. The unburdened bones. Wow. Okay, so I do not know this deck. I rarely use it, so I am going to have to read up on this one and come back to you guys. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, we'll see what this one says. I'll be right back. Okay. So this card is about getting back to your core self, about who you are simply. Not all the noise that's around and all the things that can burden and weigh you down, but your true essence of yourself. I do feel that for some of you, there's a partnership. This is not just you. Oh, I didn't give you your numbers. Sorry. 59, 27, 26, and 46. Okay, so getting back to it, so this temple card, various meanings, but for right now, to me, I'm seeing two people. There's a bunch of people back here, but two people coming forward, and then alliance. Alliance is like connection with something, right? With something or somebody. So there's, I really do have a feeling this is not about just you alone. This is either a group of you, a relationship, maybe the way you are with somebody. I'm gaining clarity right now, guys. So we definitely have okay. All right, so here's one message, and I don't believe this is for everybody, but here's one message. This person that you have an alliance with, this specialization card, I'm feeling like this is limiting to you. Specialization, you can master something and you can be like an expert at it or whatnot, but you get down to the nitty-gritty of this one thing. And for this current message, I feel like this is a limitation for you. This is not, I'm getting like you don't want this alliance. You don't, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I got to put it out there. So yeah, this is not working for you. Whatever this is not working for you, for your situation. You need this. There's this freedom coming this way. And this feels like blockage and limiting. So Enchanted Forest, mystery, magic, excitement, and soul travel, this freedom, this leaving your body and just, and look at the moons. Like this is a one big moon and then like almost like a moon. Here is a moon. It's like you just fly, and this is bones that have wings on it. Like you just soar. There's something that has to be figured out. It's not working for you. Over here with this particular connection. There's like there's this divide right here. So again, this is not everybody in this group. There is going to be another pathway here, another story. But for some of you, there's something that happens. I think it feels to me like you just go, okay, I'm just done. Like you're done. You can't do it anymore. And it causes this split here, and then moons to me represent emotion. That's part of it. Because I think of water, which is about emotion, with the tides and all that. So it is emotional, but freedom comes, freeing. You get back to who you are ultimately. Like the essence of who you are this is it. Okay. That is a hard, I'm sorry guys, that is a difficult, ultimately great, but difficult path. And so my heart is with you guys. Let's go ahead and move on to the other ways that there could be that are happening here. Ultimately, we still do have this getting back to who you are, your core self, your essence. That is the ultimate thing. But there is something, this is now over here. There. Once again, you are not alone. I don't know if this is actual human beings, if this is animals, if this is the spiritual world. I don't know. But you're not alone. There is some kind of connection that is encouraging this enchanted forest, this excitement, this mystery, this magic of life. I felt the need to say card number 27 again. So whatever that means to you. You dive deep into this, and it helps you really find yourself, really get back to you, your soul, your inner child that has been locked away. So it's going to free you. And you're really going to just be yourself. And it's going to feel so good. It's going to be so good. So there is, again, general reading. So this is hard to say, but like, I do feel that this is a magical connection. I do feel that this connection, whatever the connection is, there is a spiritualness to it, spirituality to it. And yeah, I don't even feel like this reading is not telling you like you need to take this certain action. It's not like that. It's just having this connection brings this in. Like this is just the automatic response that you have to this connection. You are going to end up really specializing in something, like deep diving into it, and it frees you. Frees you up. I am seeing, you know, I've never noticed this before on this card, but it looks like a leaf to me. There's this, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. So like this line here, there's a bunch of like veins. It's like a leaf. And all these veins come out of this thicker one. And then you've got this enchanted forest. And this actually spoke about like deciduous trees that lose their leaves in the wintertime. And it's like letting go and being lighter, right? That was what that was representing. But there's a leaf thing here. Maybe it's flowing. Maybe it's, let me get clarity, please. You like to collect leaves. What does it bring up for you? Do you remember jumping in a pile of leaves as a kid? Do you remember collecting leaves as a kid or even as an adult? Like, is it something that you love taking pictures of, the autumn colors? What does this bring up for you? There's something to this for you. I do. I keep coming back to the specialization. Are you something with trees? Plants? It's all, right now, the energy is accumulating here, but it's in regard to this like nature. You have a passion for nature. I think that's what's happening here. Your passion for nature is one of your ways that's freeing for you. It could even be that this is your connection. It's possible. Not everybody, please know that. This is, again, general reading. Some of you, this is your connection, is your connection to helping things grow, to communicating with the plants, trees. There's even an emotional connection with it here. I saw this as a waterfall. There's water behind her. There's an emotional connection with nature for you. You know, I'm feeling called to even, you know, there are so many different belief systems out there, guys. And I frankly, like, I'm willing to say whatever, you know, whatever works for you works for you. So I do feel called to encourage you that you might want to look into forest beings, right? Like spiritual beings that are more forest oriented, nature oriented. This might be a real specialty for you. Like you might really connect and find yourself in it. So I'm not saying might, you're going to. For some of you, you're going to. That's just the way it is. Yeah. Anything else? Anything else for pile 3, please? Any specifics? I am feeling called back to the beginning of what I've been talking about, the first pathway that we had where you don't, this isn't working for you anymore. There was a feeling of not trusting. And I don't mean in like the greater plan, I mean in this connection. You don't trust this connection. For those of you that resonated with this. And that's a big deal, guys. That's a big deal. Sometimes trust can be gained again, but not always. I feel protective of your heart. I'm like, I want to hold this and take care of it for you guys. I'm gonna put you over here under with these wings. You can be flying. You can start to fly. You can find yourself again. You can find yourself. Come back to your essence. You know, after I got divorced, I was married for 7 years, and after I got divorced, I barely knew who I was. And it took a while to figure myself out, to learn what I enjoyed and what I liked, because I had given so much to the relationship, and the work that we were in as well. That, you know, it was like I didn't take space for myself. And as difficult as that is, I'm so grateful for that time frame, because I got to try new things and I got to learn. I got to pay attention to me. And it sounds selfish, but it's not. It's self-care. It's, you know, this whole selfish thing, I don't care for the word, because people are just trying to get their needs met. We all want to be seen and feel loved, and oftentimes we say that someone's being selfish, maybe because we disagree with them, or we're jealous or something. Or we think we're being selfish because we're not putting aside all of us for someone else. But this is not conducive to health. Just plainly, this is not, it's not good for your health. We need to be, we need to have self-care. So I encourage that for you guys. For all of you. I mean, I know this has gone different pathways on this pile, but every single one of you, coming to your essence, coming to the core of who you are, relearning yourself, paying attention to what your needs are. This is all great. This is fantastic stuff. Yep. Anything else, guys? Because I felt like that kind of closed it. No, we're good. Okay. Okay, so much love to you guys. I truly hope that you feel loved and seen and heard. I hope this was a benefit to you guys, and I will see you guys next time.